me tell you a little bit about Sadie. And if I could have written this story, I could have never written it the way it happened or the way it is happening and continues to happen. What happened was that it was April, and what I do for my real job is I help people to downsize. They give me things and I find avenues for them for different areas. So I had a bunch of blankets and I thought, okay, this Monday let's take them all down to the animal shelter. I gathered them up and took them down to the shelter, dropped them off, was walking out of the shelter, and I saw her. Now, mind you, I didn't need another dog. I'm loaded with dogs and cats and fish and everything at home. And I said, oh, she's so cute. What's her story? Because I didn't see anything wrong with her at the time. She's just sitting there. And the volunteer said that Sadie was found in the mountains of Kentucky by strangers. She just had a litter of puppies, so they rewarded her by shooting her right between the eyes and shooting her in the back. And then the story is kind of nebulous at that point. But
what did they do with the puppy? What did they do with the puppies, Joel? Do you know?
We don't know. We're kind of thinking that the puppies must have been adorable, so they took the puppies and they just wanted to get rid of her.
Let's hope so.
That's what we're thinking. Okay, because the puppies were nowhere to be found. But by the vet looking at her, they can tell that she has had multiple litters, so she was probably, you know, a puppy mill mother. So Sadie was sitting there. And it was very odd because why did I choose that day? Because Sadie was kept in the basement at the shelter. And if it wouldn't have been that day, I wouldn't have seen her and I would have missed an opportunity to have this beautiful creature, to take care of her, to mother her, and to give her hopefully the best life possible. So she's there, and I said, whoa, what's her story? They told me, and I said, could I take her to the doctor? The shelter knew me. They said, sure, if you paid for it. So off we went. And going to the first doctor was quite a ways away, and it was just kind of amazing because there Sadie was sitting up in the car and watching everything that was going on. Now she's injured. She's got a bullet here. She's got bullet shrapnel in her back, but she was still really absorbing life. And the first doctor said, look, there's nothing we can do, did some x-rays, get her a cart. I said, okay. Called the next doctor. I'm looking for a few opinions here. That doctor said, look, she's fecally incontinent, urinary incontinent, and can't walk. What do you think? And I said, okay, well, let me think about that for about a nanosecond. So I picked her up. I said, thank you very much. Put her back in the car, took her home. Now, we had to drive hours to get home. Again, it was the same thing. She is just watching everything that's going on here. So I put her in the garage for the night because, like I said, the minute you picked her up, everything came flying out of her. She's a mess. And all of her pictures of what she looked like in the shelter are all online and hanging down. Very sad. So the next day, I took her to a holistic vet near my house, Dr. Jody, and Dr. Jody said, let's give her a chance. And she said, let's give her 2 months. I said, great. So it's been a little bit more than 2 months now. But what happened to Sadie was that Sadie started receiving every therapy known to man. She received so many cutting edge things because Sadie is a guinea pig. We're trying to find out what works, what doesn't work, and there's so many people out there, and out of the goodness of their hearts, what they're doing is they're doing a lot of this work for nothing because they want to see what works too. So just on the short list, Sadie receives on an ongoing basis all the time acupuncture, aquapuncture, craniosacral, chiropractic, power plate therapy, E-stem, Russian E-stem, tuning fork. Man, I could just go on and on and on. And some of these therapies I know you haven't even heard of, like hot house therapy, far infrared, things like that. It's all cutting edge stuff. And we keep on kicking it up too, because if something I'm not seeing too much, then we go to the next thing. Now, a lot of these things I do at home because it was much cheaper to buy the equipment than go in and have some of these people that, of course, they have to make a living too. So they would be charging me. So I just went and bought the equipment, and we do a lot of things at home. There's a lot of things that didn't work too, like peanut ball therapy, where she's on like a ball that you exercise on. That wasn't working too well for her. The hydro treadmill wasn't working for her at all because she can't pick herself up. I'm going to have her walk for you later, okay? And then you can actually see what her capabilities are. Come on, up, let's go. Come on. All right, you teaser. There, now you have to get it. Ready? Oh. Ready? Good job. Okay, come on. Fix your legs. Fix your legs, Sadie. Come on, fix your legs. Ready? Jump. Come on. There you go. Good job. Very good. That was a good job. What Sadie wants you to do is she just wants you to, if you would just spread the word of acceptance and like her on Facebook and any other social media that you do, and then tell people about her, because she's got a lot to say to people. She just has tons of things to do, and it's a real learning experience to, you know, have her out there, and for people, when they first hear the story, to be very, very sad, and I'll just nip that in the bud right away, because it's all about quality of life, and she couldn't have a better quality of life. And it's not because of me, it's because of people in 15 countries and across the United States just cheering her on. And the mantra is, go, Sadie, go. You can do it. She can do it. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, thank you for allowing us to be in here.
Feel free to stop and give Sadie a pet, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Okay, so have a good weekend.
And feel free to come to any of her events. They're all online. You do a lot of them, and they're a lot of fun. You can bring your animals if you have animals.
Area of
We'd
animals.
love to see you.
And how the media represents animals. And
Thank you.
how that